Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking on CapnclydesMTG. Spider-Man previews are here. We got a little look into what we can look forward to in Spider-Man, and well, there's some good and some bad. So, don't forget, comment, like, and subscribe. Links down below with the eBay TCG player store where you can buy some cards, if you'd please. And let's not forget, you can be a member on YouTube or Patreon to get some other free stuff. Shout out to Sawyer, who's actually taking me up on that and reaping the benefits, so to say. So let's look into Spider-Man real quick. So our first look is the expansion symbol. We have here, this is the expansion symbol. We have three symbols. We have the special edition symbol, which we'll show you here later. We'll have a marble symbol and a expansion symbol here. I'm not sure where these are going to be just yet, but we'll get to look at some cards and see if we can find them. So moving on, here we have the bundle. The bundle's going to have this little sweet box here. It's going to have 9 play boosters, 30 basic land, an alternative art promo, 2 reference cards, 1 spin down, and of course the Magic Gathering Spider-Man storage box. So basically the same thing we're used to. We have the collector boosters here with beautiful Gwen on it. Also, you can see Spider-Man in the background. This is very retrospective of Across the Spider-Verse for you geeks out there who know. Basically the same thing, traditional common and uncommon foils, 5 and 4, a land, a rare or mythic, 2 non-foil booster fun rare or mythics, 1 MAR card, and 1 traditional foil booster fun rare or mythic. So, with that being said, also the 1 art card, it says here, whoops, too far, this is going to be the card symbol apparently, the Marvel expansion card it shows right here will probably be a card that's like Special Guest, but will have this symbol on it instead. And I'm sure we'll get more details on that later. We have the main product of play boosters, same as normal boosters, but again, still keeping to the 30 per box scenario. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Also noticed there's currently nothing in here about a box topper, so won't be seeing those. Here's the basic rundown of legality. Marvel Spider-Man SPM cards are standard legal. The SPE and MAR are Commander, Legacy, and Vintage set legals. And individual cards are also legal where already available in the formats, so on. Obviously, the MAR cards are probably going to be reprints of some kind of reskinned card, I would believe, but whatever. And then we have Marvel's play boosters contain SPM and MAR. These cards are playable in Magic the Gathering, Marvel Draft, and Sealed when opened. We know that already. The basic price baked down here is $7 a pack and $38 for collectors, $70 for a bundle. The Scene box is $41.99 supposedly. We'll get to that in a minute. Which what that means is these are basically the same price as Final Fantasy, and these are standard legal. We'll talk about that a little later and why it's that way in the next video, because we got quite a few things to go over and I don't want to squeeze them all in here. Let's just say standard got real damn pricey. So much for entry level. This here, as you can see, is a quick snippet from Amazon. Currently unavailable. These are pre-orderable. It says here the item's going to be released September 26th. We'll see if it holds to that. Now, moving forward, we don't get Commander decks. We've talked about that, but there are going to be welcome decks, which is kind of cool. I'm probably going to get the Gwen one because I just love Gwen. But there's not a whole lot going on in here. To be fair, like normal starter decks, 2 30-card half decks. Of the 2 half decks, 1 will match the welcome deck box, the other randomly inserted from other options. 5 different monocolor half decks, 2 reference cards, 1 deck box. This is basically to get you to play, learn the game for new players and what have you. There's not going to be any value here, and I doubt they'll even be for sale. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, but they're probably honestly going to be just to drum up some free stuff, so there probably won't be anything of value in here, because that would definitely be a mistake, because then everybody's just going to crack them open and sell the valuable stuff. So, yeah. There's that. Now, here we have the Spidey's Spectacular Showdown Scene Box. So, like Lord of the Rings, they had a scene box that had 6 cards that made one whole scene in it. We will have the same thing here as you see in this. It will have the standing thing, just like Lord of the Rings did. In it, you'll have 3 Magic the Gathering play boosters, 6 traditional foil borderless scene cards, Grasping Tentacles, Venom, Deadly Devourer, Goblin, Green Goblin Nemesis, Doc Ock, Evil Inventor, Sensational Spider-Man, and Pumpkin Bombs. 6 art cards that you can piece them together to reveal the full story, which are just other copies of these that are not real cards, and 1 display easel. So the interesting thing about this one is with Lord of the Rings, you had to buy different ones. You could put them all together, have different pictures. From what I'm seeing, Spider-Man's only going to have 1 showdown scene box. So, and that showdown scene box is going to have all 6, so there won't be that many to collect. And we'll see why they're doing this. Maybe they're testing the waters to see if people still have an appetite for this. Because Lord of the Rings stuff didn't do so well in the scene stuff. There was good cards in there worth money, but those cards were also able to be pulled in the regular base set, so it didn't really drive demand, we'll say. But we'll see. So let's look at the cards that are in there. We have these 2 cards here. We have Sensational Spider-Man. Love this art. Great picture. He's a blue, white, and 1 for a 3/3. You can see that these cards have the actual spider symbol, meaning they're only good in older sets. Whenever Sensational Spider-Man attacks, tap target creature defending player controls, put a stun counter on it. Then you may remove up to 3 stun counters from among all permanents. Draw cards equal the number of stun counters removed this way. Very interesting. So if you attack, tap a creature target defending player controls, put a stun counter on it, then you may remove up to 3 counters from among all permanents. Draw cards. So basically, you can attack, tap the creature, so it can't block, put a stun counter on it, and then remove the stun counter to draw a card. This is insanely powerful for 3 mana, and seems amazing. Just going to leave it at that. We have Pumpkin Bombs, red and 1 artifact. You get to tap it, discard 2 cards, draw 3 cards, then put a fuse counter on this artifact. It deals damage equal to the number of fuse counters on it to target opponent. They gain control of the artifact. Just the fact you get to discard 2 and draw 3 makes this seem like a very powerful card for the older formats that love to draw and discard. This seems a little busted. Yes, your opponent gets it, and they may never tap it again because they don't want you to have it back. But, does it really matter if you get to use it once? Who cares? So there's the first 2. Next 2 we have Green Goblin Nemesis. Red, black, and 2 for a 3/3 flyer. Whenever you discard a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on target goblin you control. Goblin decks. Whenever you discard a land card, create a tapped treasure token. Very good and definitely Commander All-Star. We have Doc Ock, the Evil Inventor. Black, blue, and 5 for an 8/8. Is that because is that a fat joke? Anyway. Beginning of combat on your turn, target non-creature artifact you control becomes 8/8 robot villain artifact creature in distance to other types. My God, is that insanely good. I'm going to lay a bobble. Boom, 8/8, roar. Anyway, this seems rather amazing. Thank God it's 7 mana. But then again, this says Commander all over it. And the last 2 cards we have for this is Doc Ock's Grasping Tentacles. That just sounds like a bad movie. Anyway, black, blue, and 1 sorcery. Target opponent mills 8 cards. You may put an artifact card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. This seems not only good for a mill deck, but just good in general, depending on what you're playing against. Also, we have Venom, the Deadly Devourer, green, black, and 2 for a 4/4 Vigilance and Menace. Now, for 3 colorless, and you can do this more than once, doesn't tap it. Exile target creature card from a graveyard, not yours, so your opponent's as well. When you do, put X +1/+1 counters on target symbiote, i.e. Venom, where X is the exiled card's toughness. Now, also with the way this states this makes me realize that there will be symbiotes as a creature type, probably in the regular set. And that I am excited for. So yeah, so those are the 6 cards that will come out of this scene box. Here is the whole picture together. Yeah, I do say so myself. It's pretty dope. Just very, very, very dope. But yeah, so there you have it, guys. That's all the information we have for Spider-Man right now. Even though it is half a year away at least. But hey, you got to build that hype early, right? Because if they don't, God forbid they don't make money. So until next time, be kind, and as always, I hope to see you across from that game table. I think this set's going to be cool. Too bad it's always going to be expensive moving forward now, because we're going to mimic Weiss Swords and just charge extra for everything as we do IPs. Whatever.